Hello students, welcome back to part 2 of our math problem that has to do with solving bills. If you can see the problem that we're going to work this time that has to do with electricity bill is a little different, and the difference is that they are different amount of kilowatts that we need to solve at different rates. All what they will ask you to do in part A, because it has two parts for this problem, part A and part B. Part A will be to fill these blank spots. So here we have a question mark, here, here, and one belong here. And so it means that we don't know what is the remaining kilowatts, the amount of kilowatts. We don't know how much it's costs. What is the total cost of the remaining amount of kilowatts? We don't know what is the cost for this 150 kilowatts at 44 cents. The first part of the problem, they gave it to us because it says the first 50 kilowatts, it's 5 cents for every kilowatts, and when you multiply that 5 cents by 50 kilowatts, they got $2.50. So let's go straight into solving a problem like this. If we can see the present reading, 64,767, and the previous reading is 64,287, and the usage, they already gave us how much the person used. So it says Janet electricity bill. So Janet used 480 kilowatts for her bill. And we know it says here total usage 480. The first 50 kilowatts Janet used, it's 5 cents for every 50 kilowatts. The next 150 kilowatts out of that 480 that Janet used, it's 44 cents per kilowatts. And that will give us a total here. But the remaining, we don't know what is the remaining. And in order for us to find the remaining for a problem like this, we just have to minus our total. The problem says that Janet used 480 kilowatts hour. And we want to find the remaining using this. But what do? We need to minus the total, which is 480 that Janet used, from the total that the problem gave us. So the first is 50 and the next is 150. When we add this 50 plus 150, it gave us 200. So we'll minus the 200 from this 480, and that will give us the number that belong here. So let's minus this 50 plus 150, which is 200. So it's a 200 that the problem gave us, minus the total usage, which is 480. And when we minus that, if we know that 480 minus 200, 0 from 0 is 0, 8 minus 0 is 8, and 4 minus 2 is 2. So we could erase this question mark, and this blank spot, we know that the remaining amount of kilowatts is 280. And again, how do we get to fill up this box that says remaining amount of kilowatts? Remember, we know that the total amount of kilowatts from the problem that Janet used is 480 kilowatts, and it says the first amount she used was 50 kilowatts. The next is 150 that the problem gave us. And so what we did is add this 50 plus 150, and that gave us 200. And in order for us to find the remaining, we add this to this, and we get 200, and we minus the 200 from the 480. And that's how we get the 280 remaining. And how do we know that we are right? When we add this 50 plus this 150 plus this 280, we get back our 480. And that's how we know that we are on the right track and we did the correct thing. Because adding this, this, and this, we got this. Okay, so after finding the remaining, which is 280, now we could solve this. Because this multiply with this, and this multiply with this. All right, so let's continue to fill out the chart. Remember, part A will ask you to complete this chart. And to continue, we don't have to solve this. The problem already did it for us. Remember, I said earlier, it's 5 times 50, and the first 50 kilowatts is $2.50. Then the next 150 kilowatts, it's 44 cents per kilowatt. So we have to multiply 44 by 150. So it's 150 kilowatts that Janet used times 44 cents for every kilowatts. And when we multiply that, we get $66. We don't want to take long solving it, so if you use a calculator, you will work it out. You will realize that when we multiply 150 by 44, we get $66. So the next 150 kilowatts at 44 cents is $66. All right, so let's erase that. But before, remember how we get this $66? Because it says the next 150 kilowatts Janet used was 44 cents per every kilowatts. And when we multiply this with this, we get $66. So let's erase that. Then we'll find the remaining 280 kilowatts. So remember, to find the remaining, it's 280 kilowatts at 47 cents. So we have to multiply this 280 kilowatts Janet used by 47 cents. And that will tell us how much money is supposed to go here. So it's 280 times 47, because it's 47 cents for every kilowatts. And when we multiply that, our answer will be $131.60. So the remaining 280 kilowatts at 47 cents, when we multiply it, it will give us $131.60. So we'll erase this. And after erasing this, we know that the amount is $131.60. Then, so it says the total usage, 480 kilowatts. Remember, this part is very important. It says after you add up these three, you're going to round it off to the nearest dollar. We need to add $2.50 plus $66 plus $131.60. And when we add all these together, it come up to $200.10. How do we get this $200.10 as our total? Because we added 250 that we got from 50 kilowatts at 5 cents when we multiply, and the $66 using the same method, and the $131.60 using the same 280 by 47, and that gave us this. So when we add this with this with this, we get $200.10. But it's very important, remember what the problem says, round off to the nearest dollar. So when we round off $200.10 to the nearest dollar, it will give us $200. So we will remove the 10 cents and make that into 00. Remember, if this was 50 cents or more, then this would have been rounded off to $201. But because it's $200.10, it's rounded off to the nearest dollar. So it will be rounded off to $200. And the box is complete. So remember, the first thing you want to do in part 1 in a problem like this is to just to complete the box. We didn't know what's supposed to go here, 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 nor here. So what did we do to find out how to get this 280? We know that Janet used 480 kilowatts total. And so we add this 50 by 150 that the problem gave us. And when we add this 50 plus this 150, we got 200. And when we minus this 200 from this 480, it gave us 280. And how do we know that we are correct and on the right track? When we add the 50 plus 150 plus 280, that's supposed to give us back our 480 kilowatts. They gave us just 150 kilowatts at 44 cents. Then when we multiply this 150 kilowatts by 44 cents, we got $66. So 44 times 150, it gave us this $66. So this remaining 280 kilowatts, we multiplied by 47 cents because it says 47 cents for every kilowatts. And when we multiply this with this, it gave us $131.60. And when we add this $2.50 plus this $66 that we got from this, and this $131.60 that we got from this, we got $200.10. But remember, the problem says round off the nearest dollar. And when we round off $200.10 to the nearest dollar, we stay with $200. So we got rid of the 10 cents. Remember, if it was $200.50 or more, then this would have rounded off to $201. But because it was just 10 cents, this rounded off to $200. So this is the second part, and the second part of a problem like this will simply tell us to complete Janet bill. And it gave us these options to find cost of electricity used, GST 12.5%, and the amount due. So remember, this is just a continuation of the problem A that we recently did. So it says show working out here, and we want to follow these instructions in order for us to complete the second part by filling up these 3 blank space with the amount of money. It says remaining kilowatts used, and we found that in part A it was 280 kilowatts. And remember, how did we get that 280? We add the 50 plus the 150 from part A, and we minus it from the total 480 kilowatts that Janet used. And that gave us a remaining 280 kilowatt hour. So in order for us to find the remaining kilowatt hour use, we need to multiply it by 47 cents. If we go back to the box, in the box for the remaining amount of kilowatts, it's 280 kilowatts, and it's 47 cents for every kilowatt. So we need to multiply that. So it says to show working out, so we have to show full working out. So let's multiply this. 7 times 0, 0. 7 times 8, 56. Bring down the 6. Carry the 5. Then 7 times 2 is 14 plus 5, 19. Then under the tens place, at times students tend to want to add that, so I usually erase it. Then I start to multiply under the tens place. 4 times 0, 0. 4 times 8, 32. Bring down the 2. Carry the 3. And 4 times 2, 8. And 3, 11. Then we add this, and that will give us the total of the remaining kilowatts used that we already did in the box, but it asks us to show the working out here. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 2, 11. Bring down the 1. Carry the 1. Then we add 1, 2, 3. And you bring down the 1. So at 2 decimal places. So it's $131.60 for the remaining 280 kilowatts at 47 cents. And we did this in the box to complete it. We go to the second part that says total cost of the kilowatt hours. The first amount of kilowatts that Janet used was 50 kilowatts, and that 50 kilowatts was at 5 cents. And when we multiply this by 5 cents, it was $2.50. Then we go back to the box where it says the next 150. So the next 150 kilowatts that Janet used, we multiply it by 44 cents. When we multiply the next 150 kilowatts by 44 cents, we got $66. So $66. When we add 50 plus 150, which is 200, and minus it from the 480, the remaining was 280 kilowatt hour. And remember, when we multiply this 280 kilowatts hour by 47 cents, we got $131.60. Then in the box, if we go back, we'll realize that when we add up these three numbers, we got $200.10. But remember, when you went back to the box says round is $200.10 to the nearest dollar. And because this is just 10 cents, the $200 will remain the same, and the other numbers will become zero. So $200.10 is wrong to $200. Remember, if this was $200.50 or more than 50 cents, then this would have rung to $201. But because it's 10 cents, it's $200. And again, we were working out everything that we did in box A. The first 50 kilowatts at 5 cents, we got $2.50. The next 150 kilowatts at 44 cents, we got $66. And the remaining 280 kilowatts that was left, we multiplied by 47 cents, and we got $131.60. And when we add up three of these, we got $200.10. But because the problem says to run it to the nearest dollar, we keep it at $200. And so, this is the total cost for kilowatt hours. It says cost of electricity use, and the cost of electricity use, of course, is this. So that's $200. $200 for the cost of electricity use. And that's for this total 480 kilowatts that Janet used. Then the next section says GST 12.5%. So to continue the problem, we need to find our 12.5 GST. And remember the rule that I told you in part 1, whenever there is a problem and they ask you to find 12.5% of any number, you just change this 12.5 into 25 over 200. Then times whatever amount of money you have. And so far for this 480 kilowatts at the different rate that Janet used, and when we run it to the nearest dollar, we stayed with $200. So times $200 over 1. And we could cross multiply 200 into 201, 200 into 201. Then when we multiply 25 times 1, we stayed with $25. So remember, 25 times 1 is $25. So 12.5% of $200 is $25. So it says the GST amount, we just place our $25 here on the line. And the final part of the problem, it says the amount due. And in order for us to find the amount due, we already work everything, so we just have to add the $200 plus the $25 GST, and the amount due, which is the total that Janet will pay for her bill for the month, is $225. So remember once again, how do we find the amount due? We add the $200 plus the $25 GST, and we got $225. A quick review. Remember, the problem said in B for us to complete Janet bill. And this section says the remaining kilowatts used. It says show the working out here. When we multiply the remaining, which is 280 by 47 cents, we got $131.60. Remember, the second part says total cost for kilowatts hours. The first amount of kilowatts that Janet used was 50 kilowatts at 5 cents. And the cost of that is $2.50. Then from the box, the next 150 kilowatts at 44 cents was worth $66. And the final remaining 280 kilowatts that was left was at 47 cents. Then when we multiply that, we got $131.60. And when we add up all of them to get the total cost for the kilowatt hours, we get $200.10. But the problem says in the box in part A, rung it to the nearest dollar. And when you rung $200.10 to the nearest dollar, it will give us $200. Remember, if it was 50 cents or more, it would have rung to $201. But as long as it's 49 cents and down, it will run to $200. And in this case, it was 10 cents. So when we add up all of these, we get $200 and after rounding it. And so the cost of electricity used for that 480 kilowatts was $200. Then This part says find a 12.5%. Whenever you want to find 12.5% of any number, you just convert that 12.5% to 25 over 200. Then you cross multiply times the amount of money that the bill is at the moment, which is $200. So 25 over 200 times your amount over 1. So you cancel out 200 into 201, 200 into 201, and that left you with 25 times 1. Then when you multiply 25 times 1, it's $25. And the problem is solved for the GST. So we'll put it right here where it says GST 12.5%, and 12.5% of $200 is $25. Then to complete the problem, it says amount due. All what we had to do was to add this $200 plus this $25, and you know the total is $225, and part B of our light bill is solved. So this one might seem like a lot of work, and yes, and several steps, but it's a part of PSC students. So do your best to always review the problem, go over it as much as possible, and you will get a good idea. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, you can subscribe to get quick access of all the videos that are posted and for the new videos that will be posted.